The following is a presentation of Bigg's Media Services.
You'll hit it squarer, sweeter, straighter, and longer. I love the look of them, and with the extra width, they're the most comfortable golf shoes I've ever worn. They're called SQAIRZ, and once you've played a round in them, you won't want to play another round in anything else. These completely new performance golf shoes will improve your stability and balance. And it's been proven in science. Balance equals power. There you go. To feel good and play my best, I wear SQAIRZ. Now you can wear them too. Just go to GetSQAIRZ.com to find out more. That's GetSQAIRZ.com.
This prayer is sponsored by In His Grip Ministries.
Hey, I'm Justice Becks from Gilbert, Arizona, and we're going to do our daily prayer. Dear God, thank you for your amazing power and work in our lives. Thank you for your goodness and for your blessings over us. Thank you for your great love and care. Thank you for your sacrifice so that we might have freedom and life. Forgive us when we don't thank you enough for who you are, for all that you do, for all that you have given. Help us to set our eyes and our hearts on your afresh. Renew our spirits. Fill us with your peace and joy. We love you and we need you. This day and every day, we give you praise and thanks. For you alone are worthy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Are you ready? Time to play the game!
Bigg's Golf Talk. Golf Talk for golfers.
You want to hear a nice golf joke? Yeah. Yeah, I should have showed up and watched me play yesterday. I should be put on Chick Galore or something like that. A team named that. Scramblers. That's it. Scramblers, that's a team I should be on. Because I was scrambling for my ball.
There's a golf shot. That's a golf shot.
Hey, when am I going to get the caddy?
The bag is bigger than you.
So?
That white one?
Yeah?
That's the one you're carrying.
Oh, man, that thing's a boat anchor.
I haven't had golf anything since high school.
No, that's you, not me. She likes to enjoy a beverage herself. Is that what you're trying to say?
I might be distracted. That's another story. Golf course and equipment reviews, golf news, guests, and lots of golf humor. When you need to drive for show,
Are you ready?
for Bigg's Golf Talk.
I'm special.
Yes, you are, with a helmet.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
It is showtime, baby. Here we go.
Bigg's Golf Talk is presented by the U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup by participating in the national qualifier in your area. For more dates, learn more at usgolfchallenge.com or at biggsgolftalk.net or .com, BIGGSgolftalk.net or .com. BGT also sponsored in part by Encore Golf, Photo Ball Marker, McNally 22, Ready Putt, Zalise CBD for golfers, Scorpion 21, Feel the Sting, The Distance Shoe, SQAIRZ Shoes, Proof, not promise, UFO Tour Golf, golfknickers.com, and Caddy Daddy, the Claw Glove. Get a grip on your game today. Connect with Bigg's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golf Bald. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes. We're available in the Google Play Music Store, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices, including Amazon Music. Our website is www.biggsgolftalk.net or .com, BIGGSgolftalk.net or .com. And, Billy, the Golf Father, Cuevas. I am Big John Quick, and she is the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson. And good morning, boys and girls. How are you today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is a cool 30 degrees on this Saturday morning in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Sure.
I'm like, where am I at?
Cold.
It's been a cold week period here.
Yeah,
it's a cold week here too.
My heat actually went on. I was surprised.
Whoa.
I think it's across the board. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere that it's hit. I don't understand why or whatever that we would all experience lower than normal temperatures at the same time, but it's quite interesting. And I wanted to go away before the weekend, so I I need one more day so I can golf tomorrow. That's my day. I need to golf on Sunday. I need the cold to go away. I don't want to wake up at 40 degrees because at 40 degrees, Billy's not going to golf.
Golf courses have opened up back here in Albuquerque, but the temperatures are not cooperating. I'm with you, Bill. I'm biting at the bits to get out and play some golf, and I'm hoping at least to see some 55 degrees really soon. I'm sure we will, as I'm looking at the extended forecast for Albuquerque, New Mexico. Cyber Monday, we were on Small Business Saturday, but Amanda, I'm going to turn to you. You get any shopping done on Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday?
I did a little bit, little few Christmas gifts and things like that, and supported a couple of my friends that have their own online businesses for Small Business Saturday, and just got some good stuff. Oh, I finally joined the Rakuten Club.
Oh,
so I did.
My wife did too.
Mr. Bill.
My wife joined.
Mr. Bill Cuevas.
Well, my
did you
wife.
Get your reward?
Yes, I got my reward.
My wife, I gave my wife the referral code just the other day, and I have created a monster. I mean, she's like, I wind up buying an early Christmas present for her. Got her a new purse from Coach. So yeah, but we got some money back on that, so she's gonna get $40.
Do you need
I'm gonna
a second holiday wife?
Listen, I already have. I have sister wives. I don't need any more. Oh my God! So I have, so I've been doing a lot of shopping. Got my brother, from another, got his gift is on his way to his house. So did a lot of shopping on Cyber Monday and all that stuff, and got my mom, got my son, and mother-in-law, father-in-law. Can't say because they listen to the show what they got. So got a lot of shopping done. Her and I got a lot of stuff done. So yeah, took advantage of it. And and what. Retail stores closed here in Albuquerque and still, opening up with limitations and stuff like that. People have just resorted to online shopping or, and can I just say, so I went to a mall and did shopping at 2 stores at that mall online and did curbside pickup. I love it. Love it. Oh, nice. Keep it forever. Keep curbside pickup forever,
Pick up forever.
I mean, when you know what you want, then I have a ghost in the studio. Keeps on shutting off and on the lights. When you know what you want and you could just pay for it, then you just get to that spot and you call the merchant up and then you say, "I'm in spot number 1," and then here they come out with your stuff. As a matter of fact, I shopped at Pandora, and or was it Macy's? Macy's. It was Macy's.
You opened up Pandora's box?
I did open up Pandora's box.
That's why your lights are going on and off.
That's exactly right. So I called the merchant and I said, yes, John Quick here to pick up his the order, and they started giggling. And I was like, what are you girls giggling at? And she goes, "Oh, we thought you were John Wick." And I was like, wait a minute. Wait. John Wick is no name. It's not even a real name. The actor's name is not John Wick.
You look like Keanu Reeves, though. You do look like him. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sexy. Just like I'm sexy. Yes, I appreciate that.
You might be sexier than
Mark
Keanu
the date
Reeves.
down. Mark the date down on December the 5th. Bill the Godfather Cuevas gives me a compliment.
Hey, that's what brothers are for, man. It's all about love. Amanda has shown me the light.
She
has shown me the light, and she says, "Billy, you need to support Biggs more and tell him that you love him on air and not beat him up as much." So I said, for this episode or this segment, or maybe just this couple minutes, I'm going to reach my heart.
Hey, by the way, we need our sales department, whoever's heading up our sales department needs to reach out to Rakuten. Because we have, we got the trio. Yeah,
we need them to be a sponsor.
Yeah,
Rakuten, if you're hearing this, we're blowing you guys up.
We're blowing you guys up.
We are. And I referred Craig, and then so he's going to start. So we'll each have our own account and whatnot. But it was great. I bought like $50 worth of stuff, got my $40 credit.
Yep. And now when he does it, you'll get another $40. He'll get $40.
Right. And he'll get 40. And then what was great is Black Friday, a lot of the places were 15% back.
Yeah, I know.
So I was like, let me get some of this.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I got like
maybe we should invite
back.
them on the show. You know what I mean? We
Talk,
should see if we can get
talk
them.
about how it's done. I mean, they got golf. You know, they got Dick's Sporting Goods and Cabela's, and I mean, they got stuff on there that's golf related.
This week
So,
alone, I mean,
did you know
like 10% off.
even a future guest on this show is on there? Man Crates.
Yes,
they are on there.
Really?
Yes,
Man Crates as well.
Yeah,
they're everywhere. Man Crates is going to be on the show in a future segment. But hey, they're on here. I mean, you got Michael Kors, you got Coach. Coach had a huge sale. That's how you got.
You're telling me.
Suckered. I know. That's how you got suckered into it. Yeah, baby, it's Rakuten. It's Rakuten, babe. You'll be okay. Yeah, and then you ended up being poor, and it's okay, babe. I'm getting money back. I'll let you know when. But I mean, I took advantage of GameStop. I took advantage of WWE, Puma, Hot Topic, Adidas. I was a shopping fool. I got almost all my stuff.
And it was all from the seat in your office.
I didn't have to go anywhere. And you know what it is? The packages just keep coming.
It's like Christmas every day. Yeah.
Did you notice on that list, the Hot Topic was on there? Bill had to get his nice little golf equipment.
Yes.
Hey, I was a Hot Topic girl when I was in middle school, so I can't say
I'm a Hot Topic girl now, and I'm not in high school, so it's all good.
I like the black lipstick. That's real nice for the viewers.
But you know what? Hot Topic, while being an alleged smaller store, they have a lot of product, and that's why I'm going there.
They have a ton of stuff.
Yes, everything. Yes, I love it there.
Okay, so Rakuten, I mean, we're giving you free airtime here, Rakuten. But right now, in all seriousness, right now, Rakuten's having a $40 for you and $40 for a friend at referral. So that's $80.
If you want a referral, email me. DM
hey, if
me,
you want if you want a referral,
not Big.
Hold on. There we go. Now I'm on the mic. If you want a referral, you can message me and I'll get you a referral. What's that, Billy? I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I'm just saying he shut my mic off. I'm not being nice to him for the rest of the show. We don't have to worry.
Most of the viewers are my followers, so it's fine.
Whoa! Shots fired. It's a good thing Joni does have to show. Otherwise, we have a fertilizer.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, we have a good show today. We are going to hit the hot seat fast. Amanda's got Umpire with Amanda. After that, Steve McMillan is going to be joining us for a topic of an out there that decides to attack a personal friend of ours personally in a video. We're going to talk about that just before the top of the hour, so hang around for that. We're also going to revisit an interview with SQAIRZ Shoes and Bigg's Product of the Week. All that here on Bigg's Golf Talk. We'll be right back with On Par with Amanda right after this.
Hey there, BGT Nation. Bigg's Golf Talk is available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Back to the BGT Crew with Amanda Robertson, Big John Quick, and the Golf Father.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for the country's best two-player teams to compete against International Field in the 54-hole Ryder Cup style event, known as the International Kings Cup, played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer.
The 6th annual edition of the International Kings Cup will be contested in May 2021 at the Glasson Golf Club in Ireland.
The road to the Kings Cup begins with a national qualifier. Two-player teams compete in an 18-hole qualifier, playing best ball using net scoring. The top 30% and ties at each qualifier will be invited to the USGC National Championship. Winning teams at national qualifiers have a chance to receive a free $950 team entry into the event.
With an open and a senior division, each having 4 flights, teams of all skill levels will compete for a spot on Team USA. The winning team from each flight at the United States Golf Challenge National Championship will be crowned and win the expense-paid trip to the Glasson Golf Club in Athlone, Ireland, as part of Team USA.
Do you have what it takes? For more information, The website is usgolfchallenge.com for all the details. That's usgolfchallenge.com.
This is a commercial for golfers. Take the next step to improving your game with ShotScope and discover your strengths and weaknesses. Analyze statistics on your clubs, tee shots, approaches, short game, and putting. ShotScope V2 is the golf watch that combines GPS distances with automatic performance tracking. Once you have it, you won't want to play around without it. Check out ShotScope.com to take your game to the next level.
Up next is On Par with Amanda. Here is the golf diva, Amanda Robertson.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to On Par with Amanda. Another beautiful week is flying by, and I'm here with Mr. Bill, the golf father, Quibas. How are you?
Good morning, my dear. How are you doing? I'm doing well.
I'm well. I sound a little nasally. Allergies are getting the best of me, so I apologize in advance.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk this week about Rory McIlroy and about Tom Weiskopf, who made a comment in regards to Rory. So Tom had made a statement a little while back saying that he doesn't feel that Rory will ever win or win a major again because he just doesn't, he lacks the drive and the ambition to want to win. So this was a statement that was made. So clearly, Rory had his chance to come back at that. And Rory made a statement that went along the lines of this. Tom, I've never met in person. He's never met me. He doesn't know me. So he doesn't know that what drive or ambition I'm putting into anything I'm doing. So he also goes on to make reference to the fact that he said, I'm trying my hardest out there. And I think that this really struck a nerve with me because, as we all know, golf is extremely hard. It's an extremely humbling and serves patience tremendously. So it struck a nerve with me because over my career, whenever you don't play well and you come in, you always have the people that say, oh my gosh, what happened? You're like, nothing happened. I just was playing golf. Nothing happened. Golf happened. And that line always used to bug me because it made me feel as though they could judge how hard I was trying out on the golf course. That they said, oh, because you shot 78 in this golf tournament, you must not have cared, or you must not have been trying. Or when in fact, anybody that has played at not even just competitive, but amateur golfers that play a lot of golf know that the harder you try sometimes and the more will you put into it, the worse your game gets.
Absolutely.
So I have a really hard time with Tom, and I'm a Tom Weiskopf fan, but I have an issue with this very generalized, blunt call out of Rory. Now, I think it's okay to say, hey, we haven't seen much from Rory. I wonder what's going on. Do you think that he'll win again? But to call him out on someone he doesn't know, I don't think that that's fitting. I don't think that's a fair chance. And Rory made the statement, I'm doing everything I can out there. So what are your thoughts?
I think there's golf envy. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Tom Weiskopf played on tour. He's doing this, he's doing that. He's an older gentleman. Maybe he doesn't feel like Rory's done enough. But who's he to judge? Who is he to judge when Rory's giving enough or not enough? Look at the transformation that Rory made in his body and everything that he went through to become the golfer that he is. When he goes out there, do you think he takes off from his family for 4 or 5 days and says, I don't care. I'm going to get paid millions of dollars. Would Tiger do that? Can anybody say it's lackluster? No. Tiger went and dropped a 10 in Augusta? And what did he do? He finished out with birdies. Not everybody's going to golf perfectly all the time. Rory shows up. Does Rory have to show up? Probably not. But he does. No. These guys get there because they love the game. They love what they do. They love the competitiveness. Rory's played in charity matches. He doesn't have to do that. So Tom Weiskopf, is he playing in charity matches, making $10, $20 million for charity? I haven't seen it because they haven't shown it on TV. There's nobody paying for that. So to judge someone and their character, it falls perfectly into what we just finished in our opening stuff. You can't judge or attack a person's character without knowing. If he was personal friends, like if I wanted to say, you know what, Amanda, I know you, and I know you gave up.
Right.
That's my opinion. I'm not in you. But still, it's my opinion.
But it's a more valid opinion.
Exactly.
Because you actually know what it looks like for me to be trying versus not trying.
Exactly. But in the same token, I'm not there. I could say anything I want. I could say, Amanda, you didn't try. You weren't doing that. You say, Bill, I was giving it everything. I got frustrated, and this is what happened. Because
Bill, stop picking on me.
Sometimes I got to pick on you. You know what I mean? It happens. Somebody has to do it. I'm the picker person. But, that, when you have a relationship with somebody, you can do it. Right. I pick on Biggs all the time. He knows it, but it's out of love. I would never disrespect his character to other people.
Sure.
We talk about us to each other. But you can't, knowing that you have the platform that you have out in public. Maybe he wanted that attention. Maybe Tom was trying to thrive on that attention. Because when I watch Rory, I want to watch Rory play. I enjoy watching him lose. I don't care if he wins. I enjoy watching him play. The stuff that he can perform, the shots that he can do, his whole mental game. When he pounds that ball, I love it. I don't care. You know what I mean? So just to judge, I don't think it's right.
No, I don't either. And I think Tom, whatever the reasoning behind it, and I don't know. Sometimes I have to remind myself to not take things so personally. I mean, it obviously wasn't at me, but sometimes people say things. We all say things, and we go, well, we're just kind of spewing off and venting what we feel. But I do think it is kind of weird that, you make a statement. It is one thing for someone that you know, and you go, man, Bill, it didn't look like you were trying today, like you said. But we've seen each other on the golf course, and we know each other's personality and things like that. And so, I just don't like the fact golf, like I said, is a very demanding sport mentally. And we all know that it causes a lot of identity crisis in professional golfers. So if that's the only thing they have, when golf is bad, you feel like a bad person. Yeah. And so you have to be careful with this and not let golf just become your sole identity. And so when you hear people say, like, you're commenting not just on his play, but on his character as a human being, this is a problem. Instead of just saying, man, what's going on with Rory? He's falling apart over here. We haven't seen anything, in a while. So
I just don't know how he can make that statement knowing. How does somebody that's not trying finish fifth at the Masters? How does that happen? Oh, he wasn't trying. I don't see the will for him to win. Dude, he just came in fifth.
Once you have the will to win, I don't think you give up on that. I think it's there for your career, whether
Tiger
you have
wanted to win
or not. Yeah,
did Tiger
never
give
had
up?
to play, and he doesn't. He could walk off the golf course and not have to worry.
Never have to worry again for the rest of his life.
So everyone, just remember: be kind, be gracious. I know a lot of people are just very jumpy to judge, and this season's all about just being nice, being thankful, and if anything, I can say just relax and worry about your own self.
Yes.
So
That's
with
it.
that said, I know we just got to keep along and just remember, everyone, be kind, especially towards golfers. We struggle out there sometimes. So with that said, until next week, guys, keep swinging for par.
Hey, BGT listeners, do you like free golf gear? Enter the BGT monthly giveaway free and win. Learn more at www.biggsgolftalk.net or .com to enter today.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap, already providing over 10,000 scholarships. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Putt, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Putt.
This is Bigg's Golf Talk with Big John Quick, Bill the Golf Father, Cuevas, and Amanda Golf Diva Robertson.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Alexa devices, including on Amazon Music. And this segment is sponsored by Scorpion 21. Feel the sting, scorpion21.com. I am Big John Quick. He is the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas. She is the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson. And joining us as a fourth is from thegolfingdads.com is Steve McMillan joining us. And I asked Steve to purposely come on this segment. So our roundtable discussion, I want to make sure I put this disclaimer on. The views and opinions that I am about to express on this segment is not shared by the BGT staff, may not be shared by the BGT staff, Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or any other outlet that airs this show. They are not responsible for the views and opinions I am about to express here in this segment. Now, with that said, typically when there's a disclaimer like that, it's about to go down. So,
out to go down.
Did you say that Amanda was about to chow down?
Yes, I am about to chow down.
All right, I don't want my producer telling me it's time to go to a break or anything. I will decide when it's time to go to our next break. So I want my producer just to sit back and chill, and I will let you know when it's time to go to the next break. Now, with that said, earlier this week, an individual decided to go and take to YouTube and cross the line with, and actually I took it pretty personal too. Okay, so, and I don't even know who this guy is. Club Pro guy. Who is this guy? I don't know. He's been irrelevant. So he went on YouTube and said a few things about SQAIRZ Shoes. Now, negative reviews of equipment happen all the time, as long as they're based by facts, okay? And I don't mind that. But this guy crossed the line by attacking personally the owner, a friend, and like a brother to me in Christ, okay? Secondly, he also attacked Sir Nick Faldo. Well, Nick can handle himself. I'm not worried about Nick. But I will defend Nick. Nick doesn't need money. I will tell you this. Nick likes SQAIRZ Shoes so much, he has invested in the company. He has come on as an advisor, as a designer. That's how much Sir Nick Faldo likes those shoes. Club Pro guy, I don't know what type of swing you have. I seen your little montage video, and why you hide your face, well, there's only one assumption on why you hide your face. I have a face for radio. I have a face for that nobody ever wants to look at, and that's fine. One thing I will not hide is my face, though. If I do a video, you will see my face. If I have something to say, you will see my face. If you go to my website, you will see my face. You will see Bill the Godfather's face. Now let's talk about your little review and what your assumptions of this review. First off, people are not going to wear golf shoes to get laid. That's number one. Number 2, if you're going out to a golf course and wanting to go golfing and wanting to get laid by the cart girl, something wrong with you up here mentally. You should be out there wanting to play golf, have fun with your friends, even at sometimes compete. Oh, wait a minute. Do you know anything about that? From the swing that I saw, you certainly didn't. Golfing with sandals. And you're going to compare sandals to SQAIRZ golf shoes or any other shoe out there? That's pretty funny. Now, I know that's what your type of montage is on YouTube. Funny. Well, when you attack somebody personally, and that's Bob Winskowicz. I know you can't say his name because maybe you got that 8th grade education. Oh, did I just go there? Yeah, I did. Bob Winskowicz is his name. The guy is a golfer, for one, and a quite good golfer because I have been on a golf course with him and I have seen him play. So your theory that he doesn't golf, well, that's out the window. Let's talk about the science behind SQAIRZ golf shoes. The science behind SQAIRZ golf shoes, Bob Winskowicz, his team, and the company spent lots of money on developing the science and testing done. Is everyone going to gain speed on their swing? No. And Bob Winskowicz and the team knows that. Is the majority of the golfers that wear SQAIRZ shoes, could they pick up a mile here and a mile there? Yes, they can. The science proves it. And Mr. Club Pro Guy, whatever your name is, Club Pro Guy, whatever, if you ever want copies of the science, I'd be more than happy to provide you that documentation. Better yet, I'd be more than happy to provide you the phone number to Bob Winskowicz and want you to debate with him on your show. As a matter of fact, later on in the show, I'm going to play an interview by Bob Winskowicz, and maybe you can learn something. Maybe you can learn some manners. Giving an honest review is one thing. Crossing the line and attacking people personally is another. But the other thing I want to say about your review, it's not based on facts. It's based on somebody at the door handing you a check. That's what that review is all about. I don't know who that company is. I have my suspicions. But see, here's the thing about us here at BiGGs Golf Talk, and you have 4 individuals that are legit. What do I mean by legit? I mean, we meet with companies, and we offer companies honest reviews, even if they are negative. We don't like to come on here and say anything negative. Behind the scenes, we'll contact that company and tell them our honest thoughts if it is negative, where they can improve, where it can be better at. Did you offer to do that with SQAIRZ? Do you have any kind of solution to your negativity from your program? Probably not, because you couldn't even know his name. You didn't even know his name. Bob Winskowicz, SQAIRZ Shoes. So when you do a review, and the 4 of us, legitimate 4 of us, meet with people, we legitimately actually work and actually test ourselves. How was BiGGs Golf Talk introduced to SQAIRZ Shoes? I will tell you. So you could go on your show, and I'm going to give you a little timeline here before you go on your little show and try to rip BiGGs Golf Talk apart. Yes, SQAIRZ Shoes does pay BiGGs Golf Talk as a sponsor. However, that did not happen until Bill the Golffather Cuevas and myself discovered SQAIRZ Shoes at the 2020 PGA Merchandise Show. And we put on the shoes, and we tested the shoes. We immediately knew the concept of the shoes. And we even told the owner, without even knowing he was the owner, of what we thought the concept was. And he told us, quote, unquote, you nailed it. So when did SQAIRZ Shoes pay BiGGs Golf Talk? It wasn't until months after the PGA show that they became a sponsor here on BiGGs Golf Talk. Months after we gave SQAIRZ Shoes a platform to talk about their brand, their product, right here on BiGGs Golf Talk. That's right. We don't get paid for interviews. We don't get paid for people to come on this program, talk about their reviews or anything like that. We offer free airtime to individuals after we test their products. So although I think, and my opinion is, you got paid to do that video. And there's some other people that think that as well around our industry. Club Pro guy. Don't even know your name because you won't show your face. You don't even say your name. So before you rattle off at the mouth, get your facts straight. But most of all, I think you really need to say a prayer and pray for yourself. And don't attack people personally. And that is what I have to say. Bill the Godfather Cuevas, I'm going to turn to you first, brother, because I know I got heated and all that stuff. And you know what? Trust me, I was about to go to the opposite side of my Christian belief and really come on and say some words that I typically would say. And today I really tamed it down. But this Club Pro guy, you know, you and I have done reviews and have tested equipment for many, many years. 15 years here on Bigg's Golf Talk. And we are legitimate. We are real. And we always have said, if we don't have anything nice to say about something, we won't say it all. Because what may not be good for one person might be good for another person.
We always have to believe that not everybody's going to have the same outlook of what's ugly, what's pretty, what's this, what's that. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but, you know, I actually want Steve McMillan, you know, to talk about what he has first so we can cover yours and his at the same time and tie it in so we don't overlap what we have to say, because you basically covered a lot of the stuff. Steve's, you know, on his article that he wrote this past week, also, you know, in regards to SQAIRZ and the back story of everything that we both saw. I'd rather have him talk first, and then we can combine both and give our feedback on what's going on, if that's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve McMillan from the Golfing Dads here on Bigg's Golf Talk. We've had him on the show before. He's a huge supporter of SQAIRZ Shoes, and SQAIRZ Shoes is not a sponsor of the Golfing Dads. Let me make that clear. Steve wears SQAIRZ golf shoes on the course and has written about them. Steve, did I say anything out of line, out of context of how I describe what this went down this past week?
No, Biggs, you didn't. And I think the hard part for me with all of this is, you know, it's extremely disappointing to wake up, and I found out about this from a text message from a buddy of mine yesterday. And he said, have you seen Club Pro Guy's new video? You don't want to see it if you haven't. And I was like, okay. And I called him and I said, who do you talk about? And he said, SQAIRZ, and it's not good. And I said, okay. So he said, you don't want to watch it in front of your children. He started with that preference as well. And so for me, I just picked up my youngest from daycare. I got home and I stood outside. And at one point, my wife comes out and looks and she goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just sitting there shaking my head. Because I go back, and Biggs, I'm going to go back and Bill, to about a year and a half ago when we were in this same boat with Amp Caddy. And we think about the Amp Caddy situation and the post that went up on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I look at the cheap shot that was taken there. I look at the cheap shot that was taken here that was very personal. And attacking people that we both know and hold in high regard. They've created great product. And whether you like the product or not, and Bill, you and I played in a tournament recently. We had this conversation about looking at product and saying, you know what, there are products that are going to be good for me. There's products that are going to be good for you. There's products that are going to be good for my dad. There's products that'll be good for Amanda, because I mean, I don't want to be seeing myself in a skirt. And I'm sorry, Amanda, I just don't have the legs for it.
I want to see you in a skirt.
You know, it's okay. We're okay with that. I'll take that role.
But at the end of the day, like, I just don't I don't appreciate when people go to that personal level. I don't appreciate the fact that, the things that he talked about on here, from the word go and the insulting nature between insulting a 6-time major winner and a guy who's competed at the highest level, obviously, and is the lead analyst for CBS Sports and the Masters.
Yep.
And you're talking about, and obviously, when you go down that road and you take that personal attack, you don't. The hard part is, like you said, there's no way that this was him doing this on his own. This had to be the point of somebody in the industry, and I think we all have the same opinion as to who it is, paying him to make them look bad. Mm-hmm. And if you have to stoop to that level to pay somebody to insult to this level, do you not? I mean, how poorly do you value your own product if that's what you're doing?
Well, I will tell you what. I will tell you what, Steve. Also, it's the greatest compliment that somebody wants to pay somebody to take down SQAIRZ because now they feel threatened, and that's why they want to take SQAIRZ down.
And I agree with that to a point, but if you are, if we're industry lead, if we're talking about industry, and we're talking about a company in SQAIRZ who has been around for, we met them at the end of January last year. They haven't been around a year, literally. When you think about it,
what they don't understand is that Bob has.
Bob has.
He has been around the industry for a very long time, and what a lot of people don't even know or even care to even look and research. He worked for Arnold Palmer. How many people get to say that he actually worked with and for him and was trusted by that man? You know what I mean? So attack somebody like him and what he's done behind the scenes for golf without doing your research because you perceive the shoes to be ugly or anything else that you choose to go off on Nick Faldo and everything like that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Because when you get one-on-one with Bob is one of the most amazing, caring, loving human beings that I've ever met. And not because he was sponsored, even before he became a sponsor, just as a regular human. Just a couple of weeks ago, when they were doing the commercials, I got to be part of it. You know what I mean? They didn't have to. Hey, last minute. Hey, you want to come here? We're right here. Come on. And I got to hang out with them the whole entire day. They are amazing people. And it wasn't about anything else. It wasn't about them going crazy. They're just amazing, classy people. We've all run into Nick before. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I go back to, and Biggs, it was something you talked about of meeting them at the PGA show. And we've all been there, and we've all seen each other there. You go to the PGA show and you have an appointment with somebody. If you get 15 minutes of their time, you've spent a long time with somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I had my appointment. Now, first of all, I was a little late because I couldn't find where they were because they were in a location that I had never. Yeah. They were downstairs. But we spent an hour with them sitting at a table, talking about the products, talking about the shoe, the different shoe designs and what the shoe does. And just having a good conversation. And when I left there, I looked at the guys that were with me and my team and I said, honestly, this is a product that I think has a very legitimate change in the industry, because you can change product, you can change the idea of doing something just for the sake of doing it, or you can change something for the better. And I think this is a change that is definitely for the better. I also think that when you look at it and you look at them from a team and what they did, they brought all of us from the media in to look at their shoe. And they said, tell us what you think, which is a very upfront new way of looking at things, because you're saying to yourself, we could get roasted here. Like, we could all walk in there and say, no, this isn't a good product. Well, we didn't. We walked in there and we said, this is a product that I want to try and I think is going to be a game changer in this industry, not today, but for years to come. And I walked out of that room saying, these are what I consider to be the best product at the PGA show this year. And when I left,
our sentiments were similar.
Yeah,
we had them in the top two. We couldn't decide, but more than likely they were the top product for us.
I'll tell you what, and Bob Winskowicz is not shy of getting feedback to improve the product.
No, Not at
You
all.
know, Bill and I have had many, many meetings with him. I mean, something as small as just curving the tongue on the shoe in the new product, you know, new brands, new models. Something as small as that, you know, and making the branding bigger. You know, we've addressed that with him as well. You know,
and that's the thing. He wants that. He loves that stuff. You know what I mean? There's us. There's you that he values your opinion, and there's others. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you have people that are, you know, like Colt Ford that's doing it, Straka was doing it, the other pros that are doing it, they didn't go and originally get paid to play these shoes. We're watching TV, and he's just as surprised as the rest of us when on tour they're there. It's the same thing. We get to see a pro that he didn't even know about was playing his shoe. So what kind of testimony is that when that thing is on tour?
Yeah,
you know,
and you look at tour players, and you look at the guys that play at that level, and we've all met some. Amanda, I know you. I mean, Amanda, you played at that level. You competed. You know, if you're going to change your shoe and the design of shoe that you're wearing, there's a lot that goes into that. You look at the guys; they're wearing the same design shoe year after year after year because that's what they're comfortable with. If you're going to sit there and change the shoe that you're wearing to what is a new style shoe, there's a lot of testing that's going to go into that at that level, because that could mean a stroke or two, which could mean dollars and cents come Sunday. So, you know, if a guy on tour is going to change without a contract to your product, that's everything you need to know about the product.
Right. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that says it all. That's like Torres. Torres wasn't paying anybody in years past to play their products, yet they were on tour. People were playing them week after week. You had guys I saw on tour, they had hip covers hiding what clubs they were playing because they didn't want anybody to know that what was underneath that club. So they're wearing the other person's hat, you know, the cover on top of it. We see it all the time. It is what the industry is, you know, we understand that. So that, in that same token, somebody that's wearing it without getting paid is huge.
Well, and
you know what I mean?
Here's the thing, and we're talking about the product itself, and the product is what it is. Some are going to like it, and some are not going to like it. And by the way, SQAIRZ Shoes offering a money-back guarantee as well. So you don't like the shoe for any type of reason, you can get your money back within 30 days. So there's no excuse.
Done that too. If he legitimately bought those shoes.
He didn't legitimately buy the shoes, so that's why he's not sending them back. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. If he legitimately bought them.
My issue is attack of character,
which
is the wrong thing to do. He crossed way over the line. This club amateur guy, whatever club pro guy, I don't even know this guy's name.
Club is club
whatever, it's club amateur guy because he ain't a pro of anything.
But then you got SQAIRZ that could have gone the opposite way, but instead, what do? Love the video. We love the satire and the sarcasm. Use coupon code Club Pro Guy. You get $20 off, right, of the SQAIRZ shoes. Try it for 30 days, and if you don't like it, get your money back. Then you could have a real opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing is that, you know, it's a lot of money. How do you know it's a lot of money? What if it actually does something for you? You don't know until you try it. This is automatic. You buy it, you don't like it, give it back. That's all. It's real simple. You can't form an opinion. And that wasn't a review. That was simply an attack. You don't play in sandals and socks like that, making fun of, you know, golfers that we do see like that out on the courses.
And Amanda, I know you were around when we had that Amp Caddy thing, them attacking John Billen, and you know, John's a great friend of the show and all that stuff, and attacking his character and all that stuff. How do you feel? I mean, you've been in this business a long, long time. You know, I don't know if you had a chance to see the video or not, but was this an attack on a character, or was this an attack on a brand, or maybe both?
Well, I first have to say, so what I love about these situations is the person that is, for whatever reason, whether he was paid, whether he's trying to grow his own publicity, because now all we're doing is saying his name 5,000 times in a podcast or a radio show. So relatively, there's some promotion going on for him as well. So whatever the background and reason why, or if he just has a personal attack on SQAIRZ Shoes, what's really funny to me is in these situations, just like the Amp Caddy one, it promotes and propels the business you're ragging on, if anything. And so it's hilarious because it fires on the person that's writing this horrible review and that has no facts, no solutions. But now everybody else is going, well, shoot, what's SQAIRZ Shoes? Let me look into it. What is this brand he's checking out? And if anything, it's driving more business. And then, like Bill said, how great, I just have to emphasize the word great, that they took what this whole situation and said, oh, well, wait a minute. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll give you a money back guarantee. In fact, here's the promo code to give you money off, because that's how much we believe in our brand. And so I think it backfires in a way. I just don't like, just like you guys, I don't like the personal attack on the character, but that's the industry. There are going to be those people. I've had some social media things happen in the past where I've had some very, very negative comments. And for anybody that knows my page, I don't post provocative stuff. It's a very clean, wholesome page, but you still get the haters.
Yep.
And I love it. Bring it on. You are coming into my court, and I know what my product, aka me, is about, just like SQAIRZ knows what their shoe's about. So bring it. Let's go, because I will outlast you.
All right. Well, with that said,
yeah. Hey, Bill, Biggs, hold on one second. Amanda, let me ask you this. It's funny. I was talking with my dad about this today after he watched the video. What is your opinion on what, and he called, and I agree with him, the sexist portion of the idea of the graph that they did on this video of your chances of getting, I'll use the word lucky, on a guy's golf trip based on the golf shoe that you're wearing?
Yeah, well, I think the fact that this guy isn't showing his face is pretty hilarious. Because here's my thing. My mom always taught me, if you have something to say, you say it, and you say it proud.
Right.
So whatever. So that's fine. I have negative reviews on things. In fact, I'm a very outspoken person. I know y'all didn't know that, but I am. So with that said, this guy, when it comes to the sexist comments or whatnot, I just think he's a schmuck. He doesn't even show his face. I take nothing you say at face value. I just chuck it, move it on. And so when he says stupid remarks about, oh, well, the shoe that you wear, the fact that you're even saying this and making that a relevant statement, which it's not, is just makes you look stupid.
There you go.
You can't fix stupid, guys.
I think that
Amanda said it perfectly.
The disappointing, and you're right, Amanda. And I think the disappointing part is if you go on Instagram and look at it, the comments that people make, like calling this the best video he's ever done. And I'm just sitting there shaking my head. And I commented on there about SQAIRZ and was very, again, why would Sepp be wearing them? And why are tour players changing them? And this, that, and the other. I think we're all at a point where we know the truth is what happened.
Yep.
We don't need to sit here and sugarcoat. We know what goes on in this industry.
And if anybody takes his swing serious, come on. The guy can't, that had to have been put on and made up on the way he rolled his ankle in that video and all that stuff. So he really didn't put no testing to this, no serious testing to this. So listen, we are out of time because we got to go on with this show. And this guy has gotten enough airtime here, like Amanda said, on Bigg's Golf Talk. So one thing I want to say to SQAIRZ team, we have your backs. One thing I want to say to my friend and brother in Christ, Bob Winskowicz, I got you, bro. We got you, bro. I just want to say that. And we love you and God bless you, man. You're doing good things and keep up the great job. Bravo. Bravo. All right, more Bigg's Golf Talk. Hey, Steve, thank you so much for joining us. I'll give out your website one more time.
TheGolfingDads.com, and thank you guys for having me on tonight.
All right, TheGolfingDads.com. Check it out. We'll be right back right after this.
balls with my friend Charlie. Drive through Kmart on his Harley.
Tamper with their music system. Trade something for Twisted Sister. Wreck the pet store, do some damage. Send the beagles on a rampage. Acting in an uncouth manner. Drop your pants and moon at Santa.
A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The Caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Golf Dots is a unique, high-resolution ink transfer to personalize your golf game. Golf balls, golf shoes, clubs, Golf Dots can personalize it for you. Golf Dots conforms to USGA rules and doesn't alter the trajectory of your golf ball. Tour proven on all major tours, Golf Dots is designed and made in America. Many styles to choose from that will fit every golfer's personality. New styles are being released on a regular basis. To order your Golf Dots, visit www.golfdots.com and enter promo code BIGGJOHN15. That's Big John, BIGGJON 15 for a discount on your Golf Dots. Golf Dots is available in many golf shops, such as the PGA Tour Superstore. The website for Golf Dots is www.golfdots.com. That is golf.dots.com, or call 847-829-4238. Personalize your golf game today with Golf Dots.
The Caddy Daddy Claw Golf Glove is a golf glove that lasts 3 to 5 times longer with an exclusive non-slip silicone grip. The Claw Glove features maximum flexibility and grip, amazing airflow and comfort, lasts longer than leather, machine washable, and free size exchanges. Get a grip on your golf game today when you wear the Claw Glove.
The Claw Glove has men's and women's sizes.
Learn more about the Claw Glove and other great products from Caddy Daddy Golf at www.caddydaddygolf.com.
You're listening to Bigg's Golf Talk Radio on Amazon Music, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Follow us and get notified of the latest show postings.
Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices. Oh, man, what a holiday it's been. What a holiday weekend it's been. I hope everybody got their holiday shopping in. I know Bill and I were talking about that a little bit earlier on, how we took advantage of Small Business Saturday. We took advantage of Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and now that my bank account, my credit cards have been maxed out, there's still more that you can buy. That's right, a great holiday gift guide, because this segment is sponsored by GolfKnickers.com. They are the world leader in traditional golf apparel, and they specialize in a full line of men's plus fours or golf knickers as we know it. To complement the knickers, their company has a full line of matching socks, caps, and shirts to allow them to deliver the complete outfit to their customers. Their customers do include radio hosts, corporations, golf courses, school golf teams, tournaments, and avid golfers around the world. They are committed to growing the game of golf by encouraging players to wear the game the way it was meant to be played in golf knickers. They have golf knickers for the ladies. They have golf knickers for the men, youth. So find out more information at golfknickers.com. They are the world leader in traditional golf apparel. Or give them a call toll-free, 800-940-9415. 800-940-9415, and tell them that you heard them here on Bigg's Golf Talk. And Bill the Golffather Cuevas, as we segue into our next guest, one of the things that we look forward to was visiting with golfknickers.com at the PGA Merchandise Show every year. Unfortunately, 2021, we will not be able to do that. At least not in person.
No, it's good because it's family-run business. So you see them all, from the husband, the wife, the kids, and everybody else running around in golf knickers, helping the fans out there and the customers.
Well, something that they are going to be doing at the PGA Merchandise Show for 2021, you read the press release on our website. It's going to be taking place January 26th through the 29th. But it's going to be a virtual experience and marketplace type format. And here to join us right now on the phone line is Mark Simon. Mark, welcome into Bigg's Golf Talk, my friend.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, especially so soon after the holiday break. And it's definitely been a year unlike any other. And we're excited, although we're going to miss seeing you and many others in person for the 21 show. In hindsight, we were really happy to get the 20 show in. It was a great show, and we have some really cool stuff lined up from a virtual perspective this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, we were trying to figure out, because we were so used to, for, 4 years now, kicking off on radio stage, doing our morning show from there on, that Wednesday and Thursday, our meetings on Friday and stuff like that, and after the show, and meeting with everybody's people that we don't get to see from around the world, such as ShotScope, they're not from the United States, and, people like golfknickers.com and things like that. I tell you, it's going to be different, but we'll miss it, and we're looking forward to 2022 for sure. But what can golfers and what can, golf professionals expect at the 2021 virtual experience?
Yeah, no, you make a great point. I mean, as we all kind of learned to do things differently during the course of the pandemic, and, digital and virtual initiatives became so important, and we adapted kind of how we did business on a regular basis. We're trying to replicate the best of the PGA show from a virtual perspective. And I think that'll consist of a combination of some of the tremendous content and education that's produced at the show. So we'll still have education seminars for PGA professionals. They'll be able to earn their MSR credits just like they were able to do at the show. They'll be focused on the PGA career tracks of, teaching and coaching, executive management, and golf operations. We're going to have other content as well, like we have at the show. You probably remember the golf fitness stage, the PGA forum stage. We're going to have a lot of that same relevant content available just virtually. So I think secondly, above and beyond the content and the education, we're still going to facilitate meetings, appointment setting, one-to-one connections between exhibitors and attendees. So that connection, whether it's media and exhibitors, whether it's PGA professionals and buyers and exhibitors, we're going to allow those meetings to take place virtually. On top of that, we have a very robust exhibitor marketplace. We're enabling transactions to take place via some e-commerce capabilities that we've added. So in addition to meetings and connections, actual business is going to be done during PGA Show Week. And then we're going to have a series of other special events. We're going to have a virtual fashion show. We're going to have celebrity guests. We're going to have PGA Tour player appearances. And a lot of the exhibitors have significant product launches still planned for the event. So I think you're going to see a lot of those things that you would normally see in person, just in a virtual and digital sense, but a lot of the same things. And again, it's not going to be the same, but we're going to hope to replicate those things that work really well at the show.
Bill the Golffather Cuevas, one thing that can't be replicated, though, however, is your morning coffee at your favorite place.
I know. I'm going to be missing the people I hug. I don't like hugging people, but there's a few. Every year for the last 6 years, I run across that stage and I get my hugs. You know what I mean? So it's going to be tough not getting my morning coffee, harassing the same people like I've done for several years. I think that's the most difficult thing, you know, that we're not. I mean, that's the one place that we all get to go to and break bread again, you know what I mean? And reconnect on what's going on and establish new family. Because, I mean, the media in itself is a family. And we do try to, like, on our show, we love to promote other media people and what they're doing and how they're doing, because everybody has a different perspective, but in the end we're all trying to do the same thing, and that's grow golf, you know what I mean? So that's why I love doing what we do, because it's amazing.
Think about it, Build a Golf Autoclaves, because we always launch our brand new thing, our annual, whatever it is that we try to keep Bigg's Golf Talk fresh. Where do we do it? We make history at the PGA Merchandise Show, So, I'm interested in seeing how this all goes, because, and let me just ask that question, because I think you did say that media will be able to still have those meetings with these brands as well. Mark, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Media can participate, the same as PGA professionals, the same as buyers. They'll still be able to facilitate meetings, interviews. And like I said, we have some really significant product launches planned. Some of the manufacturers now are working on media events you'll hear more about in the coming weeks. So we're really excited about some of the new products that are going to be launched. And like you guys said, you can't replicate when you're walking down the main aisle and you bump into that assistant pro you used to work for, 20 years ago, or another connection in the industry. But we can replicate that morning coffee. You can just have it in the comfort of your own home or studio, as well as an evening cocktail as well. Not necessarily at the Hyatt, but hey, next best thing.
Well, I will tell you, I will tell you that coffee seems to taste better every year at the Orange County Convention Center than it does at home. But the breakfast at home does taste better than the ones we have at the hotels.
That's why we go to the media center, so we can have real breakfast.
Yeah, we've definitely upgraded the coffee there. That's for sure. But I think you guys also hit the nail on the head. The show is really a conduit for business and for helping the golf industry. And we've tried to keep that top of mind. How do we help the golf industry through these very difficult times earlier in the spring? And, how do we help people navigate these very different waters? And we think it's a great opportunity for the industry with all of the play this year, with equipment sales now booming, that as we work our way through 2021 and some of the inventory issues are cleared out, that it could be a really good, a positive for the industry long term. And we're really excited about the 2022 show and a return to face-to-face then, and then the future dynamics and trajectory of the industry based on kind of what's happened this year. So I think there's a lot of positivity, a lot of excitement about the future. And we're focused on how can we help our exhibitors and our attendees and our customers, and how can we help the industry continue to grow.
Yeah, I think you brought up a good point about the inventories that they were having. I think the OEMs are going to learn something. Instead of coming out with 4 new drivers, every 2 months, a new driver, buy this one is 10 yards longer. I think they're learning that if you stick with what you have, people are still going to buy, because how do you go from, we went from an industry that was like, oh my God, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? To start rising. All of a sudden COVID hits and we're booming. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's less product. There's not as much as there was in variety of stuff, because there's nothing really new. Now it's starting to come out, but people were playing with what was there. You know what I mean? Because not all of us are going to run, oh, there's a new driver this week, I got to buy it. And then 2 months, oh, they got another new driver and it's longer than the one I got. So they might notice that the patterns that they have maybe change it a little bit like they used to. Remember, we used to get, 1 or 2 every 6 months.
Yeah, that's not a good thing for anybody. So I think that's going to be something that's going to be an improvement. I think, like you said, too, there's starting to be now new product launched again. And I think the benefits of golf, being outside, the exercise component, the distancing, like all of those things were kind of like a perfect alignment for the golf industry. That
it's making America healthy again.
Yeah, there you go. And you probably remember, when all the sports went down, the tour was the first to come back, and the golf industry had kind of the world captive for those 3 or 4 weeks before the other sports started coming back. And it's a really tremendous opportunity for the golf industry. And we think the show, via its content, via connecting exhibitors and attendees, and via pathways to drive commerce, can really help the industry rebound really strongly and then grow significantly into the future.
I have one question, Biggs, before we go. There's a lot of media out there because, we're part of them, indirectly. So we go over there, everybody's like, oh, what about this? The show's going to do this. The show's going to do that. I was like, do you guys read your emails? Because they're telling us what they're going to do, if you just read the email. So I was talking to a few of them, and everybody's like, oh, no, they're going to blow up Vegas. That's what they're going to do. And I'm like, it's going to be really hot. Are they going to move Vegas for us to do all this stuff that we normally do outside? And can they house that many people? Because the Vegas show being the show what it is, we all assume most of it's going to be more for our fashion side. We go to Top Golf, we're going to do this. It's not as huge. It's a smaller, event.
No, there's so many reasons that the time frame in January, the venue in Orlando, works for so many reasons. We're committed long-term to that market. The feedback from attendees and exhibitors is to stick the show, keep the show where it is in Orlando, stick with the timing, come back in a really big way in 2022.
I was going to put you on the spot with my next question, but I'm
We'll
not
just
even
spell
going to
that
bring
rumor
up
right
that
now.
boot. I'm not going to bring up the boot. I'm just going to leave that boot on the other side of the country. Because you just answered the question. We're staying in Orlando. We're going to be there in
not only are they staying in Orlando, but they already have a date bill, the Golffather Cuevas.
Yes,
so mark it down. Get your pen and paper. 2022,
right.
save the date. PJ Merchandise Show is January 25th through the 28th in 2022 in Orlando, Florida. So all those rumors and thoughts and, put it to rest because it's booked for Orlando, Florida for 2022. So one of the things I did want to one of the things I did want to talk about was the history of the PGA Merchandise Show, because I find this fascinating that it all started back in 1954. Can you touch on that for those that don't know about that?
Yeah, I mean, it started out of trunks of cars in a parking lot at a golf.
Surprise!
You'll laugh, but it comes down to the basics of, buyers and sellers and bringing them together in a very efficient way. And that's kind of where the event started. And as you know, it's gone on without interruption since then. And, for those that have attended the show 30 years in a row, 40 years in a row in person, if you attend virtually this year, that'll still count. So no streaks will be broken this year. And you'll be able to come back strong in 2022.
So, Biggs, you know what that means, right? We're going to have to do a live show remotely from home so we can get it that way. Because that's the only way we have to keep our streak alive.
Right.
We have
Absolutely.
to do it.
And what I found amazing, did you know this, Bill the Golffather Cuevas, that the PGA Demo Day featured 100 golf companies with 200-plus hitting bays, practice greens, golf cart test tracks, and the vendor village of the 42-acre Orange County National Golf Center in Winter Garden, Florida. Did you know that it was that big?
I didn't realize that it was that big.
I knew how long it walked. We got our steps in.
But did you know that I was just there less than 2 weeks ago during the filming of the SQAIRZ commercial with Sir Nick Faldo and Nick Bradley? And when I first drove up, I was like somber. I was sad. I was like, wow, normally in a couple of weeks we'll be coming here. This place is going to be popping. It's going to be packed. And then I get to the place and I see tons of kids practicing golf. The place is just packed with golfers. Everybody's social distancing. Everybody's doing the right thing. And then I'm saying, you know what? We've grown. This is what people on the outside should do. And everything else will open up eventually, because golf, it's perfect. It's outdoors. It's especially when me and Biggs plays, we're on total opposites side of the thing. So we're never together. You know what I mean? So it's almost perfect. But I saw it over there, and I'm you know what? Next year we're gonna bring it. In 2022 is 11 months. We're gonna have a great time. I'm really excited.
And by the way, Mark, do you know that giant tractor that had that giant putter on it that you put.
Yeah, at the ping, it was the John Deere tractor at the ping position.
Yeah.
I remember
so
that. Very quick.
do you realize that I got on that thing the first time I tried it? I got the ball in the hole, and then they're like,
wow.
And then Bill put the challenge up. He goes, "I bet you can't do it a second time." I did it a second time.
Wow, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I watched a few of those. That was not easy. So congratulations.
And Mark,
that's pretty cool.
I just want to say for the record, that's the only time he's got it in the hole since that time.
That's great.
Unless he's playing virtual golf. You know what I mean? So yeah,
you're funny.
Some of the things that we're going to see here at the Virtual Experience Marketplace with the PGA 2021 Merchandise Show. Some new product launch events, so I'm sure that there's new products that's out there. You guys are reaching out to those new products, and people are going to get to be familiar with that. Dynamic exhibitor showrooms. You talked about the commerce applications. It's going to be instituted with the experience, the education sessions, the industry presentations, one-to-one meetings, group networking, special events, golf celebrity appearances, and even influencer engagement programs. What is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's taking some of the social media influencers that are out there on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and those that are, of course, passionate about golf. And we're kind of working with some of them to help promote what we're doing virtually before the event. And some of them are going to have some special events planned during show week. So, again, a lot of exciting things planned. I will note that you'll probably receive an email on this within the next week or so, but registration for the platform is actually going to open up in mid-December, and the event itself is still going to take place during the same days as when the show would have. So we're still going to have the Teaching and Coaching Summit virtually before the show on that, Monday, January 25th. We have the NGCOA, who we've partnered with, in their Golf Business Conference, and some of those sessions will be taking place on that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And the show itself will open on, open virtually, but it'll still be open, January 26th through the 29th for meetings for all of the events you just mentioned. And we can't wait. We're really excited for it.
Are we going to have, as the media, when we meet with these people, I mean, obviously, are we going to be able to record the audio when we're talking with them as far as, interviews and things like that? We're going to have that capability through this experience?
Yeah, through the platform. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
It uses actually Zoom as its platform. So
perfect.
You'll be able to kind of do the same thing. And of course, if you needed, an off-platform meeting, Sherry, our media specialist, can help you with that as well. So we're going to, try to appeal to all, and there's something for everybody on the platform.
That's another thing I'm going to miss, harassing Sherry. I'm really
Sherry,
I'm disappointed about.
The board is not working.
I'm not going to get to sing to her when I walk through into the media room and I dash across. Oh, and you know what's even more sad? The lovely lady that used to greet us.
Last year was her last year there.
That's right. She retired.
Yeah.
And she must have known and didn't tell us that this was.
There you go.
That's why. But maybe we can bring her back for 2022.
I'm sure Sherry will miss you just as much as you're going to miss her.
Yeah. Hey, Mark Simon, thank you so much for joining us. And, for more information and they want to get additional details, how can they do that?
Yeah, I think the easiest thing to do right now is just to go to the show website, www.pgashow.com, and we'll have the registration up for the platform, I would say by mid-December at the latest. So keep checking in.
I got one last question before we let Mark go, real quick. Oh, you know how we have the app every year? Are they going to do an app where we can do our interviews, where we have all that stuff?
Yeah, we're not going to have the mobile app this year, but you're going to be able to do everything you would need to do via our virtual platform. So no need for duplicating efforts.
Perfect.
Okay, very good.
Sounds good. Mark, good luck to you, and thanks for taking time out and joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk, and happy holidays.
Thanks for having me, and appreciate all your support. Take care.
More Bigg's Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Hey, BGT listeners, do you like free golf gear? Enter the BGT monthly giveaway free and win. Learn more at www.biggsgolftalk.net or .com to enter today.
You'll hit it squarer, sweeter, straighter, and longer. I love the look of them, and with the extra width, they're the most comfortable golf shoes I've ever worn. They're called SQAIRZ, and once you've played a round in them, you won't want to play another round in anything else. These completely new performance golf shoes will improve your stability and balance, and it's been proven in science. Balance equals power. There you go. To feel good and play my best, I wear SQAIRZ. Now you can wear them too. Just go to GetSquares.com to find out more. That's GetSquares.com.
Go for warmth. Go for beauty. Go for a show. Go for flavor. Go for perspective. Go for love. Go for tranquility. Go for thrills. Go for color. Go for good. Go for Puerto Rico. Go now.
For more information, the website is discoverpuertorico.com.
Hello, this is Hector Santiago Martinez, and you are listening to Bigg's Golf Talk Radio with my friends Big John Quick and Bill the Golf Father Cuevas.
Hey, Big John Quick and Bill the Golf Father Cuevas here. Earlier you heard us talking on roundtable discussion about the situation with SQAIRZ Shoes. Well, we want you to get to know SQAIRZ Shoes, and we are going to re-air an interview with the owner himself, Bob Winskowicz. Here's Bob and SQAIRZ Shoes. Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and don't forget about all your Amazon devices, including Amazon Music. Be sure to like us because you will receive notifications when a new show is posted. So be sure to do that on all of the all of the forums, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Give us a like, just hit that heart button, and you'll be notified when a new episode is posted. This segment is sponsored by The Distance Shoe, SQAIRZ Shoes, proof, not promise. Learn more at getsquairz.com or squairz.com, SQAIRZ.com. Find out more at bigsgolftalk.net or .com as well. Bill the Golf Father Cuevas along with Big John Quick. And Billy, ever since the 2020 PGA Merch Show and coming across SQAIRZ Shoes, people have heard us talk about them. People have seen us wear them. We have been at golf tournaments where people are like, a package is given away from SQAIRZ Shoes, and people call us, hey, those are what those look like, huh? Yeah, these are what they look like, and they perform well. But from the moment that we got acquainted with SQAIRZ Shoes at the PGA show, we immediately felt what those shoes are going to be. We felt the comfort.
Yep.
We felt the alignment that the shoes provide for us. But as scientific testing has gone on with SQAIRZ Shoes, we figure out that not only all those things that we figured out right off the bat at the PGA Merchandise Show, but we also
on our own.
Yeah, on our own, right?
On our own. That's right.
So no money was done with testing or like that, but since then, the SQAIRZ team has done some testing and done some scientific testing, some lab testing with the shoes. And as we read more and get to know SQAIRZ Shoes a lot more, we as amateur golfers are figuring out where our power comes from.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We're evolved.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, before I even put on a pair of SQAIRZ Shoes, I always thought I had to generate from my hips. I always thought I had a torque.
That's what we're told.
Yeah.
That's what we're told. You got to turn. That's where your power comes. Turn. They don't tell you about anything else but turning.
And that's the thing people have to remember, too, is that we are amateur golfers. We're not PGA pros here at Bigg's Golf Talk.
Yep.
The only pro on this show is Amanda Robertson. But yes, Bill the Golffather and I are not, pro golfers. We never went to pro school. We never played on a tour and like that. So we're just like you out there. We want to maximize our ability to lower our scores. So how do we do that? Well, one of the ways we do that, we always talk about the short game. Yeah, the short game is where you score your most your score at, right? You're going to lower your scores with less putts on the putting green. But put yourself in a position to be able to do that, Bill the Golffather Cuevas. How do you do that? You gain about 5 more yards off the tee. And one of the ways to do that, and this is scientifically proven now, one of the ways to do that is with ground force. And how do you develop ground force? Well, you have to have the right shoes on to create that ground force. And that is where SQAIRZ Shoes comes in. Now, we have the founder of SQAIRZ Shoes and CEO and a closet cleaner and the toilet cleaner, and he's just a one-man show over there.
Well, he's grown up.
He has grown up.
He got some help now. He needs some help. He got his help, so he's moving up in the world. You know what I mean? Just like the shoes, he's moved up. He's growing. He's like a 20-year-old right now.
He is.
Oh,
He's on cloud 9 right now, and we're talking about Bob Winskowicz is joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk. Bob, welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk.
Hey guys, thanks a lot for having me. It's great to see you guys again and talk with you.
So
he says it's great to see us, Biggs, because he can see us.
He can see us on the Zoom, right?
That's why, because he can see us. They can't, but he does.
Two of the handsomest guys I've ever seen in my life, right here.
You're a liar.
Well, you are half correct.
Bob, but ever since day one at the PGA Merchandise Show, it seems to me that SQAIRZ, when we put on those SQAIRZ shoes day one, we concentrating on the efforts of how we can be comfortable, how those shoes can just last all day long on your feet, to aligning your shots, aligning your putts. But now with lab testing and science behind it, we're able to pick up speed. And that has been proven on anybody that has put on these shoes and worn them on the course, creating what we know now as ground force. Tell us about this testing that went into this, and now SQAIRZ is moving in a direction where ground force, and that starts at the ground up, is creating that force to create more distance off the tee.
Yeah. You know, I John, thanks, because I love this topic, and it really, in my opinion, it's the next big thing in golf is talking about ground reaction force and talking about, where does distance really come from? And I'll give you kind of an overview, is that the golf ball is highly regulated. One golf ball cannot carry and roll farther than another one. That's regulated by the USGA. Same with a golf club. A golf club is highly regulated. The shaft, the head, the spring effect of a head is regulated. So for the most part, I can take the average golfer and put 5 or 6 different drivers in their hand, and they're not going to hit the ball much further, if anything. They'll be very, very close to on all 5 drivers. It's really where distance comes from, where it really comes from is you, the golfer, and your feet and your ground connection. And when people talk about and have talked about over the years of golf ground reaction force, the average golfer doesn't know what that means. So what I'd like to do is kind of boil it down for everybody, because you talked about the hips, and the other 2 areas of the golf swing is a lateral movement. A horizontal movement, a vertical movement, and then a rotational movement. And so there are 3 forces involved with the golf swing: the rotational, horizontal, and vertical. Now, the vertical is the most important. Vertical is when you start the downswing. What happens is, think of it like jumping on a trampoline. When you jump on a trampoline, it throws all of your body weight and the force down into it, and then it responds. Well, the same is true with the ground. And not to get too scientific, but it's called Newton's third law. Newton's third law is basically any action has a reaction. So that means when you start your downswing, you are putting and generating ground force, or force that goes down into the ground. The ground absorbs that force, and then it takes that force and gives it right back to you. So you put it down into the ground, it comes up through your feet, up through your body, into your hands, and into the club face. At that point in time, your club, for all intent and purposes, is like a utensil. And all it's doing is it's a conduit to the ground force that you've created in that reaction. So in a nutshell, when you think about somebody like a Tiger Woods, a Rory, or a Justin Thomas, if you've ever noticed that when they're making the contact with the ball, they're up on their toes. The reason they're on their toes is because they've thrown so much energy into the ground that it goes into the ground and up through their feet, and it's lifting them up off the ground. And all of that energy, these pros are so good, they harness all of that energy. And that energy, like I said, goes up through your body, into your hands, into the club head, and into the ball. And at a moment in time, your feet and that golf ball are connected. And it's connected with the club. So that's energy that you, the golfer, are generating. But if you're wearing a golf shoe that has no structure, has no cleats on it, that energy, there's a loss of energy and you're not harnessing it. And we've done testing after testing, and the pros use ground force. And the big buzzword today is distance. Why? Because of Bryson. Bryson has taken advantage of all the math that's out there, all the technology out there, and not that his technology isn't any better than the next guy, but he's understood how in his body, how to generate more speed. And that speed is better use of the ground and better use of timing. Now, I've just read articles out there about Justin Thomas and Rory, how they're saying that, look, they can't bulk up. They can't put 50 pounds on. But what they can do and what they are doing is working on their golf swing from their waist down, really actually the belly button down. So that rotational and that vertical force are the two things they're after. That's where speed comes from, and speed generates distance. If everybody out there thinks that that golf ball you're playing with and that golf club that you're playing with is giving you added yardage, added distance, you know, it may be 1 or 2 yards based upon the previous driver, but where distance comes from is you and your connection to the ground. And what is your only real connection to the ground? It's your feet and your golf shoe.
Now, we had the testing done. You've had it from Golf Laboratories. Are they the ones that did the testing?
They did. They're acknowledged as the premier testing facility in the U.S. They're based out of San Diego. It's called Golf Laboratories LLC, and Gene Parenti, who is the founder, did the testing with us.
Yeah. Now you also had some other testing that you didn't even solicit. They solicited you.
Correct.
Can you tell? I mean, and that's what opened up. I mean, that had to be something. Can you share that with our listeners?
Sure. So after we did the testing, you know, obviously people are sitting back, scratching their head, saying, "Wait a minute, how can more distance be created by a golf shoe, by your feet?" And then what happened? We had some of these people who are ground reaction force experts and people who know the golf swing, that have force plates and things like this, do the testing. And they did it, and they confirmed everything we were saying. And Bill, I think I had mentioned to this to you and John a while back, but there are 4 critical elements of a golf shoe that facilitate and effectuate ground force and maximize the transfer between the ground and your feet. The first thing with a golf shoe is that if you can hold it by the heel and you can hold it by the toe with the other hand and twist the golf shoe, toss it. If you can twist it, toss it, get rid of it. It's not doing you any favors as a golfer. That's a lack of structure. And the same with lightweight. Lightweight means, in so many terms, it means lack of structure. Now, when you think about playing other sports, like as a quarterback or as a baseball player, where do you think a quarterback gets his arm speed from, or the pitcher gets his ball speed? His feet. So they're not going to wear a sneaker on the mound. They're going to wear something with a little more structure. Same with a soccer player who's got a cut. So with a golf swing, that lateral and medial and back and forth movement that you make throughout the golf swing requires structure. So if you've got a shoe that you can twist it, toss it. That means there's a lack of structure. The second thing is under the base of your foot. The wider you can get under the ball of your foot in a golf shoe, the better. Why? More balance, more stability, more surface contact with the ground, so a lot more efficient use of the ground and energy transfer. SQAIRZ is 4 millimeters wider than any other golf shoe in the marketplace. with the widest base under the ball of the foot than any other golf shoe in the marketplace. The next is the traction system, the cleats. If you're playing with a spikeless shoe, the studies are out there on the internet. You can look them up. And there are people that are saying it's 6 yards, others saying 12 to 18. And the testing that we did, it was about 12 yards of distance. People are giving up from a spike to a spikeless model. Think about, if you think about some of the greatest golfers that have played the game, like a Ben Hogan. Ben Hogan had an extra cleat added in the ball of his right foot when he was playing golf for better ground connection so he could push off. In fact, he had about 28 cleats, 14 on each foot the last time he played golf. Why? Gives you that ground connection to harness the energy. The last is really overlooked is the lacing system. So if that top portion of the shoe isn't brought down on the top of your foot, that your foot is going to move in that shoe. And again, that's a loss of energy that's transferred up through your body. So with the SQAIRZ shoe, we developed those stay put laces that once you tie them, you never have to tie them again throughout the round. Mm-hmm. So that means the shoe is down on the top of your foot. So with all those four things have complementary added features to them that they add distance and they distance increases. And we saw in some of the testing when we were out there with Nick Faldo is we saw, and he saw it for himself, on average a 2.2 miles per hour in swing speed and 8.8 miles per hour 8.8 yards of distance was on average picked up by these golfers. Now, we had one golfer that picked up about 20 yards of distance.
Wow.
It's a real good possibility,
It is, because, even Biggs, when Biggs first started using the shoes, it helped to get position. A lot of people don't understand how having the setup, being squared off, and then turning the way he gets through his body now and not falling over, his shots, he lost his slice, which caused a straighter shot, longer distance, and he picked up speed. You could see the transformation with his other clubs. So it's not just driver that you'll see it. You'll see it with every single club on what he's playing with. So it's pretty neat to see the pickup.
By the way, one thing I want to bring up too is we were talking about spikes and everything else, but if you purchase a pair of SQAIRZ golf shoes, they have a Spikes for Life program. It means as long as you own those pair of SQAIRZ shoes, you can replace those spikes for life, and all that's on the website as well. Sorry, Bob, go ahead.
No, that's a great point. And we're hearing this kind of story all the time. I get emails from people saying, look, it's improved my distance. It's improved my balance stability, which again improves distance. So if you can improve all of those things, it translates into swing speed. It translates into more accurate shots. So look, the revelation here is that your golf shoe, as you guys picked up early on, and I think one of you gentlemen said it to me, is that, look, this is equipment. The golf shoe should be considered as equipment. And I couldn't agree more. And I will tell you that all of your listeners out there, we are going out now and saying we have a distance guarantee. That if you buy these shoes, we have a 30-day money-back policy. If you're not picking up more distance, playing better golf, no questions asked. You send them back, and we give you money back. That's how confident we are that this is something that every golfer should focus on. And I believe that the golf shoe of yesterday, this lightweight, spikeless sneaker, is a thing of the past, and it really shouldn't. It doesn't help the golfer, and it shouldn't be used on the golf course.
Mine doesn't. Well, I lied. Mine do. But when I go to the golf course and
leave the golf course,
and I leave them off in my car.
But how many times, Bill? How many times have we left the hotels and we went to restaurants wearing our SQAIRZ shoes?
Wearing our SQAIRZ shoes.
They're that comfortable. Yes, they have spikes on the bottom, but with the Spikes for Life program, well, if we wear out the spikes, we just go online and get our Spikes for Life, order.
You know what? They're so comfortable, Biggs. I buy my own spikes if I have to because I'm abusing. You know me. I don't take them off.
We have about 90 seconds left. One of the things we want to talk about is the women's model will be coming out in spring of 2021. They look phenomenal. They finally have models on the website that you could take a look at it. But what else is coming up for SQAIRZ Shoes?
Look out for them special editions coming soon.
That's right.
Let Bob talk about it. Shut up, Billy.
What? Bob's slow. Bob's slow. We said 90 seconds. Now we're down to 60. Bob, tell us what's on. Tell us real quick. Who's coming? Maybe, possibly.
We got a couple of really, really cool special edition shoes that we work with Nick Faldo and his team to design. And you'll be hearing a lot about that. And but some really good stuff. And then we've got one that we're launching in the spring that we're really excited about. And I will promise you that on the next time we're together, I'll mention it on the show. But I'm trying to keep it under wraps because it's really exciting. And we're going to have a little fun with it.
Bob, I'm telling you, all these tournaments that I'm at, one of the number one thing I'm been asked about is more color on the shoes. They love they love how it feels. Glenn has a pair now. He's wearing them every single day on the golf course.
But
one of
the
one of the things that I've been hearing is people want a USA shoe. Is there a possibility?
There's a very, very good possibility. Very good possibility. Either you're clairvoyant or Bill let the cat out of the bag to you. So one of the two.
Bill is not a snitch. Snitches get stitches, my brother. Snitches get stitches.
Hey, with that said, we could go on with Bob Winskowicz from SQAIRZ Shoes. Bob, thank you so much for joining us here on Bigg's Golf Talk. More Bigg's Golf Talk coming your way. Learn more about SQAIRZ Shoes at GetSquairz.com. That's SQAIRZ.com.
Hey there, BGT Nation. Bigg's Golf Talk is available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Back to the BGT Crew with Amanda Robertson, Big John Quick, and the Golf Father.
Have you ever seen a tour pro line up a putt with a dirty ball? No way. A clean ball rolls accurately, and accurate putts mean lower scores. The solution? Ready Putt. It's the putter cover reinvented. Ready Putt has a patented ball cleaner that's made to absorb and retain water. All you need to do is add water, and it remains wet throughout your round, giving your ball the perfect shine. It also has a magnetic surface to hold your ball marker and divot repair tool. Let's say you switch putters from round to round using a blade, mid-mallet, or large mallet. Ready Putt Original has you covered. Look, putting is hard enough. Accurate putts start with a clean ball, and a clean ball starts with Ready Putt.
For more information about Ready Putt, visit ReadyPutt.com. That is ReadyPutt.com. Clean it and sink it. The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for the country's best two-player teams to compete against an international field in the 54-hole Ryder Cup-style event, known prestigiously as the International Kings Cup. The International Kings Cup is played in remembrance of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the Kings Cup begins with a national qualifier. Two-player teams compete in an 18-hole qualifier playing best ball using net scoring. For more information, to sign up, and to find a national qualifier near you, their website is usgolfchallenge.com. That is usgolfchallenge.com. Welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices, including Amazon Music. Wherever you're listening to us from, you can listen to Bigg's Golf Talk on any podcast platform or app that you use to listen to your favorite podcast. Be sure to favorite Bigg's Golf Talk in that favorite podcast platform, because then you'll be notified when a new podcast has been posted after we air on the network. Big John Quick along with Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, and typically we reserve this segment for Big's Product of the Week, but we are going to forgo that because we have some breaking news as this show was taking place, and we have actually called back Steve McMillan back to the Zoom line here on Bigg's Golf Talk, and the segment is sponsored by the U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Now, typically we give you some dates and stuff like that for the U.S. Golf Challenge, but we got to get this in, so visit usgolfchallenge.com, and my apologies to Patrick for this, but this is breaking news, and we have to get as much time as we can as we are up against the clock as it is. But the latest is we just heard from Sir Nick Faldo's people, and they have actually taken down the video by this, whatever his name is, Club Pro guy, whatever the case might be. We just actually all confirmed it by going to YouTube, and it does say that for copyright issues by Nick Faldo, this video has been removed. For one thing, Sir Nick Faldo,
golf clap.
Bravo, sir. Bravo, sir. Now, as the show has been going on, we have been following this news and this so-called Club Pro guy during commercial breaks and on the computers and stuff like that. Steve McMillan, welcome back to Bigg's Golf Talk. I know you were in on the roundtable discussion earlier on in the show just before we hit hour number 2. Wrapping up hour 2 and wrapping up the show, I invited you back on during the commercial break, and here you are, Sir Nick Faldo, having that video taken down off of YouTube. I'm assuming his people are working on the footage on Facebook and other social media outlets, including Instagram. But, this just shows you, you got to watch what you say because you can pay the ultimate price for it.
I think that we all walk a very fine line as media members of, when we're sitting here talking and talking about a product and doing a review, we walk a very fine line of what is free speech, what is being able to do certain things that we are all fortunate to do when we write or we do a video or something. I think the factual base of what was on there and the fact that using Nick's image from Faldo Formula, Nick's TV show, including the picture with Bob from the show, people own those things.
Yes.
And it's intellectual property. And understanding that aspect of it and how important even to me or you and your logo, my logo, and things like that we have. But Nick Faldo, obviously being Sir Nick Faldo, let's get it right.
Yes.
Being the individual that he is, having the TV show that he has, whether it's copyright or things like that, it all goes back to just like everybody wants to protect their intellectual property. So you can't just go around and steal things from people. You can't, I love the caricature of Billy in your logo, but, I'd like to make myself look like that. But if I made myself look just like Bill, I'd be making myself much better looking than I am. But, people can't take those things. They can't do that. That's not cool when you do something.
Well,
like
hence is why we haven't aired any of the audio. We could have certainly taken the audio from the video of this guy, but again, I can't do that by law without breaking the law because that's his intellectual property. So I cannot actually do that without giving credit or getting approval to air that type of thing here on Big Golf Talk. I could talk about it. I can't air the actual audio.
Correct.
Yeah. So
that's go ahead, Steve.
Good. And taking footage of that is Nick's own. It's not. There's a reason at the end of. If you watch a show on the Golf Channel that they always thank and give credit to Augusta National, whatever TV networks, ESPN, they all do it to give them credit for what they did because those people own those properties.
Right.
And obviously that wasn't done in this case. And you put yourself in a position where Nick can do these things. And Nick is well within his rights to do them.
Well, the thing is, too, is not only does Nick Faldo have his own people behind him, but he also has the network that his show airs on that's behind him as well.
Yep.
So.
And they own that. They own that property almost just as much as Nick does. So, and at the end of the day, every one of them's got lawyers. and agents and everything else that handle all this stuff for us.
Well, you have to.
So,
I mean, we have a staff here at Bigg's Golf Talk of legal team and stuff like that, because we have to protect our brand and protect our rights here, and also protect the imaging that we put out here on Bigg's Golf Talk. So. Any legitimate, let me put this out there, any legitimate media outlet out there has a team behind them that makes it successful.
Correct.
So,
and the thing is, if he would have just done the review and disliked the shoes and given his reason for disliking them,
no one would question it. No one.
No,
Yeah.
But to personally attack a company, its owner, Nick Faldo, other people, based on a shoe, and then show
and he didn't even have the facts
comic.
right about how Nick Faldo is involved with SQAIRZ Shoes.
He didn't. He doesn't. He could have done a fact check ahead of time. He didn't do any of that. So it just comes off as an attack on the product.
We're all lucky to know Bob and the story of SQAIRZ, and so obviously when they make the announcement with Nick, we knew what was going on. So we're in the know. We've gotten the press releases and things like that. So, in our email, we get those things, and we're lucky enough to know the inside story. And, it's a great feat for a shoe company that hasn't been around a year to have a 6-time major champion, not only wearing their shoes, but invested in the product and wanting to make the product better.
Because they want to.
Yeah, because they want to, because they reached out. So we know that as because of what we've done with SQAIRZ.
Yeah.
I think the hard part that I have is that I get the idea of trying to be funny. We all try to add humor into things that we do each and every day.
Yeah.
When you cross the line, and I mean, there were multiple lines crossed in this, whether it's, making cart girls sound like they work at a club with neon lights outside. Yeah. Like prostitutes, degrading the women.
And you ask 99% of those cart girls, they don't even like being hit on.
Correct. They're not there for that. So, again, if I'm a parent of 2 boys, if I had a daughter who was a cart girl, I would. Again, if I had a daughter, period, at what I watched in that, you should really be offended by that.
Yeah.
And I understand the backstory of Club Pro Guy. I followed him for quite a while because I enjoy the comedic aspect of it, and trying to remember that we all need to laugh when we play this game. But at the end of the day, there was so much wrong with that video if you almost have to question the company that whoever it was that paid to have it done should really be looked at as promoting the degradation of women. There's so many other things that we could go down on this, that we could be on this. I mean, we could run.
This actually, I mean, to me, it actually, I don't think it borderlines. I think it is slander, and I think whoever's behind it should be held accountable legally for slander. I mean, because it's not based on facts.
In 2020, you can't do it. Yeah,
right.
And in 2020, you just can't do what they did.
No,
not
at all.
It was definitely done, had to be with a motive. There's a motive behind it. Too much time was spent doing that.
Yep.
It just didn't happen in 10, 15 minutes. Too much effort went into beating them down for no reason at all.
And we all know what it takes to do whether it's to type up the post that I typed up about this, or to prep for this show, or the things that go into our preparation.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day that there's a lot more, with a production like that was well thought out and probably had some approvals from some people that put the money behind it. And that's what's really disappointing about it.
Yeah, because ideally, if you're backing a product, or a product is backing you, you want to make sure that you do what's best for you in that product. You know what I mean? Yep. So, and we wouldn't bash anybody's product to promote another product. It's just not how it's done. It shouldn't be done that way.
Nope.
Phrase of the week: SQAIRZ Shoes.
Bingo.
How can you not do that? Hey, Steve.
SQAIRZ Shoes.
I know you got to get going, brother. I appreciate you coming back on and ending the show with us and everything else. And listen, have a good time, and don't forget to visit his blog and everything else, thegolfingdads.com. Steve, love you, brother. Thank you.
Love you guys. Thanks, guys, for having me. And anytime you guys need somebody to give their opinion, I love it. So,
and bravo to Sir Nick Faldo. You know, Billy, I see people say in comments, you know, anybody named Sir shouldn't buy anything from. And I'm like, what do you mean? The guy earned that right. He earned that title.
He earned it, brother.
All right, so we have some business to take care of here. We have some giveaway winners to announce. So, Authentically American gift card. Again, thank you to Dean for his generosity. We have 2 winners. Winner number 1 is Kevin Scholes. Winner number 2 is Josh Geisage. So you guys have 7 days from when you hear the podcast, or podcast is posted actually, to email us, biggsgolftalk@gmail.com, BIGGS golftalk@gmail.com, to acknowledge you are the winners so we can get your information and get that out to you. And the winner of the Provision rangefinder from Back to Basics Golf is Richard Sanchez from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank you, Richard, for all your support and everything else. Again, email us, biggsgolftalk@gmail.com, with your information so we could get the vendor to ship you your rangefinder. Again, congratulations to all the winners. Now, for our December giveaway, our last giveaway of 2020, Bill the Golffather Cuevas.
Yeah.
This is the first ever that we are doing this. Tech watch, GPS watch, and a Tech rangefinder. And Bill the Golffather Cuevas, 2 lucky winners are going to be very, very lucky. As a matter of fact, the contest is posted currently on our website.
Perfect. And we got some more that we're going to be doing on social media. So be looking at our social media pages as well.
Absolutely. So we're going to be launching a social media contest this week as well from Back to Basics Golf. So stay tuned for that. All right. For Bill the Golffather Cuevas, for Amanda the Golf Diva Robertson, I am Big John Quick. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Our website is www.biggsgolftalk.com or .net, BIGGSgolftalk.net or .com. Until next week, everybody, God bless, and
you matter.
It's Saturday morning. We're gonna play golf. The wife is moaning. We're gonna play golf. The kids are all screaming like someone's gonna die. The grass needs mowing, it's 2 feet high. But the boys are cold, so we're gonna play golf. Golf course, here I come. Play golf. It'll turn you lazy. Play golf. It'll make you crazy. Something strange happens to your brain when you take a big swing with that little white ball. It don't matter if we win or lose. Even birdie part and double bogey too. The boys are calling, so we're gonna play golf. Nice shot, Arnold.